Welcome to Sunday Night Football here at the Snake Den in Albuquerque, New Mexico. We've got a divisional battle in the NFC West here between the Vipers and the Seahawks. After a roller coaster start to the season, Albuquerque has to thank the NFL scheduling gods as the next 4 opponents that they got all have 5 losses. This is a good chance for them to get back on track, and it all started last week when they crushed the Arizona Cardinals 40-10. Now we have another game inside of our division against the Seattle Seahawks, another team that hasn't been so great since they won the Super Bowl 3 or 4 seasons ago. They are on a 2-game losing streak currently, and statistically, they don't look great. Josh Jones, former first overall pick out of Tulane, is in his 2nd season. Just as many interceptions as touchdowns, although he is getting that completion percentage up. And as you can see, he's got a pretty big vision cone, meaning his awareness is getting pretty high up there as well. Rodney Albright, 3rd year back out of UCLA, only 2 touchdowns for him on the season, right at 500 yards, and now he's going to be a little bit behind 500 as Albuquerque's defense gets to him in the backfield. Looking to hold Seattle to a 3-and-out, Josh Jones is going to fire that one downfield for Kevin Glenn, and that's going to convert the 3rd down to get them out to the 41-yard line. Handoff is going to go to Albright, but again, taken down in the backfield, plus holding on the play makes it 1st down and 20. Jones looking to throw, now steps up into the pocket, and he's got Price, who was a big receiver for them on their Super Bowl run years ago. That's going to make this 2nd down a little bit more manageable as they're just going to go to the flat and call that a catch for the fullback. But we're going to be throwing the challenge flag here. Coach Wistrom does not think he got a foot in bounds, not even one. That would not have been a catch in college. 3rd down and 13. Now Josh Jones is going to set up the screen here for Rodney Albright. He's going to shake off Tommy Wynn, but Todd Hester brings him down inches shy of that 1st down marker, meaning they're going to punt the football away. Antonio McGuire is a big reason why we're sitting at 5-3, which is honestly not a bad record, but if you look at the film, we do not look like a 5-3 team. We have way too many turnovers, as you saw there. He has thrown 16 picks this season. Deron Daniels has been our saving grace, and we've got to use him more throughout the season, but we're not doing it here on 2nd down and 10. Interception number 17 on the season now for McGuire. That's going to give Seattle some great field positioning, but Tommy Wynn gets to Albright in the backfield again as he continues to go backwards. Here he is running the wrong direction, and I think on all 4 of his carries, he has been tackled for a loss. 3rd down and 17, no Albright in the backfield. Jones is going to throw that one over the middle to Price, and he's going to get out to the 20-yard line, but still 10 yards shy of that 1st down marker, meaning Chad Erb is going to put Seattle on the board first with 3. Faced with a 3rd down and 6 on the ensuing Vipers drive, McGuire trying to avoid the 3-and-out. He has time and fires that one over the middle to Harold Hollings, who continues his great first season in Albuquerque. Deron Daniels, like I said, we got to get him more involved. He breaks that one to the left side and picks up 5, and we want to use him more in the passing game too if we can. This one's to the flat, but it's to Cabrani Wolford. 2nd-year tight end is going to pick up a 1st down. We got to use Daniels kind of like a Christian McCaffrey, I'm starting to think. They'll get him more involved in the passing, in the receiving game. That wasn't him on the carry, though. Jeremy O'Sullivan picks up 4. Daniels back in the ball game, spun around after picking up 2 or 3 right there. It's going to be 3rd down and short as we enter the 2nd quarter of play. McGuire has time in the pocket and a wide open tight end. Wolford shakes a tackler and gets out across the 35-yard line as Ricky Ward, the man that he trucked, is limping off of the field. Taking a shot to the end zone now. McGuire has not had many touchdowns this season, trying to get it to the 6'7" receiver, but the pass is broken up. Again, McGuire looking to throw, floating this one to his tight end, who's going to cut this one upfield, able to stay in bounds until he picks up that 1st down, getting us on the outskirts of the red zone. Ricky Ward will return soon for the Seattle defense, so that's good news for them. McGuire fires over the middle and incomplete. He got hit as he let that one go. Faced with a 3rd down and 10 now, McGuire moving around in the pocket, stepping way behind the line of scrimmage, throws that one on the move. Not even a chance for Glenn Nash as it sails out of bounds, but we are in field goal range for Brian Koch to tie the game up. Has not been the most exciting primetime game yet, but the defense has an opportunity to hold Seattle to a 3-and-out. Taking a shot to the right side of the field, Donnie Alderman, 40-yard reception. I don't know what Mike Holiday is doing right there. He did not play the ball. Big play there for Seattle, but how about a big play here by Albuquerque? Chris Diggs with a sack. That's going to be a loss of 3. Second down and long, they're going to run a toss play here to Albright, who's going to shake a tackler and actually manages to pick up positive yardage on that play. 5 wide on third down, 9 yards to go. Firing that one over the middle. Junior Price takes a nasty hit, but he does convert the third down right there. Tommy Wynn just laid him out. Kudos to the wideout for holding on to that football. No back in the backfield. They're looking to set up the screen here for Alderman, but it's going to be another TFL for this Vipers defense. Sammy Price won't be out for too long. I called him Junior Price earlier. I did not mean to call you the wrong name, mister, as that's a shot to the end zone. It's going to be broken up by Justin Williams. This Albuquerque defense has got him to a third down and long. Jones fires that one deep over the middle, and it's going to be broken up by Mike Holliday, making a great play after giving up a big play to let them get into this position, and Herb pushes this one to the right. It is no good. The Vipers defense holds. Here's the Vipers offense, though. Can they take their first lead of the ball game? McGuire is well protected right here. He's going to throw this one on the move to Glenn Nash, a little bit unorthodox, but it works and picks up 4 yards. Third down and 6 now, looking for the conversion. And again, McGuire has all day to throw. Can't really run it here. He's not known for his wheels. He's just got to do something. He's going to go deep here to Chad Green. He's got to lead him more to the outside if he wants anything to happen there, but Green had no opportunity really to do anything with that, and we're punting the football back to Seattle again. Albright starting to warm up right here. He was able to shake off Pickens on the play, who's going to have to go over to the sideline. Second down and 4, and he's going to pick up about 2 yards right there as Tommy Wynn gets to him. Third down and short. Albright taken down in the backfield again, as this Vipers defense is just shutting down the Seahawks run game. Looking to put together a 2-minute drill now and take the lead here before halftime. And there goes Travis Green down the right sideline. Finally caught by Ward at the 10-yard line. Nearly a house call right there, setting up goal to go. Looking to the corner for Green again. He brings it in, but out of bounds. Second down and goal now, trying to get this into the end zone, or at least if we can get a field goal and take the lead, but no, if that one's going to be intercepted by Derek Stone, who returns it out to the 35-yard line. That's his second interception of the first half, and interception number 18 now for Antonio McGuire. This is just our 9th game of the season. It's Seattle's turn now to try to put together a 2-minute drill, and again, they go to that right side of the field. They get a big play out of the tight end, Nick Newman, but it gets brought back due to holding. First down and long, and again, chucking it to that right side of the field. It's going to be caught by Sammy Price inside of the 20, where Seattle's going to burn their first time out. Albright to the left right here, taken down by Taden Gray, a safety who is in a contract year for us. It's going to be really interesting to see who ends up sticking around in the offseason, but that's an unfortunate third down conversion given up, and Jerry Gray, I was just talking about him, he's limping off of the field now. Looks like his arm got hurt on that play. Second down and goal here for Seattle, and that's a near interception for Javon Anthony. And now Seattle has to call their last time out because Josh Jones is shaken up on the play. Kevin Morton in the ballgame at quarterback. He hands it off to Albright, who gets taken down at the line of scrimmage yet again. Seattle's going to have to settle for another field goal, which is up and good, giving them the slight lead in this defensive battle at halftime. Whichever offense comes to life in the second half is going to be the one that ends up winning this game, it feels like. Albuquerque's going to have a kick return to start off the second half of play, and John Mike Griffith, the speedy 6th-round wide receiver out of K-State, gets out to the 40. Here's a handoff to Hakeem Morton. Nice spin move right there, breaking out of a tackle and picking up about 8 yards right there as Albuquerque gets a little bit of trickery. And you may notice there's a different quarterback in the ball game. Ryan Bowers, former 6th-round pick by the Cleveland Browns out of Baylor, is in the ball game. He's dropping back to throw, and he's been sacked. Now, he has gotten some limited playing time throughout this season as we take a look at the highlight here by Paul Holmberg. You can't leave one of the best defensive ends in the NFL unblocked. That's just not a recipe for success. But in the limited playing time that Ryan Bowers has gotten so far this season, he's had a couple nice plays. He almost led a comeback against Cincinnati, but he's also thrown several interceptions. And then that pass like that is just led a little bit too far and out of bounds. But the offense is staying on the field. 4th down and 9. But just trying to get Seattle to jump or do something there. Instead, they'll get a little bit more room for the punter. Play fake to Albright. Now Josh Jones, he's quickly back in the ball game and dumps it off to his fullback, Hunter Jones, and that's going to pick up a Seahawks first down. Faced with a 3rd down and 8 now, Jones steps up into the pocket, tipped into the hands of Castroni, the rookie wideout with a 1st down, just like how Seattle drew it up, and the wideout is a little bit shaken up on the play, but we got to take a second look at that, off the hands of Donnie Alderman and into the hands of the rookie receiver. Albright's going to carry this one to the right side, and it is a rare run for positive yardage there for Seattle. The rookie receiver, Castriani, will return to this ballgame shortly, so a lot of minor injuries for Seattle today as Sammy Price just routes up Todd Hester on the left side of the field there, getting out past the 30. Jones looking to throw on 3rd down, but instead, Prince Harrison's going to take him down. That's not going to push them outside of field goal range, though, as Herb has been their MVP today. Still, one play can just change this game. We're only down by 9. Here's a play fake now for Bowers. He's going to fire that one downfield, but Lawyer Dumas, the number 3 tight end, is unable to hold on to that ball. Handoff is going to go to Daniels, and now it's Seattle's turn to get a TFL. That's going to make this 3rd down and 12 with under a minute left to go in the quarter. Stepping up into this, they're looking for Harold Hollings, but Seattle's defense able to bat that one away, and it looks like we're going to be going into the 4th quarter with just 3 points. Albright breaks out the stiff arm and able to maneuver his way there for a pickup of 6 yards. Jones dropping back to throw. It's going to be a quick pass caught by the rookie wideout, back in the game already. That's going to take us to the 4th quarter of play. Albright makes a move inside, goes up the middle, and it feels like he could be starting to warm up as our defense has been getting gassed. They've been playing some great football, but something's got to break eventually. McDowell with the 1st down reception right there, and that's going to get them onto our side of the field. Handoff is going to go to Albright, now tripped up in the backfield, and he is shaken up on the play, grabbing at his right hand right there, and he's going to have to check out of the ball game. 3rd down and 10. Seattle's going to run the football. It's not going to be going anywhere. Tommy Wynn only lets him get 1 or 2 yards right there. They got to punt the football back. It's not a serious injury for Albright, but it looks like he will miss the remainder of this game unless it goes into overtime. Nice run by Daniels up the gut. That's going to pick up 7. Give him the football yet again, and that's going to be another Vipers 1st down. With under 6 minutes left to play, we could take the rest of this clock and score, winning this game by 1 point, but we have to convert on 3rd down and 7 first. Bowers looking to throw. He has not done much so far in this game. He's going to pump fake, throw that one on the move. It's going to be intercepted. Darren Carrier down the left sideline. Bowers is not going to catch him, and that's going to be a Seattle pick 6, giving them a 2-possession lead here in the 4th quarter. Running the toss here for the 2-point conversion, but Richard Rodgers is not going to get in, but still, it's a 12-point game with about 5 minutes left to play. Floating that one to the left side of the field there, but the linebacker Derek Stone is going to break it up, intended for Nash. Bauer still in the ball game, backs 10 yards behind the line of scrimmage right there, able to connect with Hakeem Morton though, making this 3rd down only 4 yards to go. Throwing that one over the middle, and that was just a bad miss right there. 4th down and 4, and we've got to go for it. Only 2 of 8 since he came in the beginning of the 2nd half. Bowers is looking for his 3rd completion right here, and he's got it. Deron Daniels keeping this game alive for Albuquerque. 4 minutes left to play, and we need to score 12 points. He's taking a shot deep here, looking for Harold Hollings, but he overthrew the 6'6" wideout. Now it's going to be 2nd down and 10. Bowers, flush to his right, throws that one on the move to his tight end, Wolford, who picks up 5. Now on 3rd down, Bowers takes the snap, surveys the field. He's got Wolford yet again, breaks out the stiff arm, and gets out of bounds. That's going to get us on Seattle's side of the field. Now he's going to take his check down here to Harold Hollings, and that still is able to pick up 15 or 20 yards on the play. Bowers, again, backing up way behind the line of scrimmage, but he's got a wide open John Mike Griffith right there, breaks out of a tackle, and he's able to get out of bounds. We got to save as much clock as we can right now, under 3 minutes left to play. Bowers surveys the field, floats this one up to the end zone, just looking for the jump ball. It's going to fall incomplete, but flags fly. Pass interference on Seattle, which is going to allow Deron Daniels to get into the end zone for the first offensive touchdown of the night. Seattle now looking to run out the rest of this clock if we can. Albuquerque's defense just needs to get one more stop, plus they have the 2-minute warning on their side. They do run this play before the 2-minute warning, taken down in the backfield. Can we get the stop on 3rd down and 1? Seattle has not been able to run the ball all night, but Richard Rodgers gets just enough, and Coach Wistrom calls the first time out. Rodgers taken down in the backfield. Where was that on 3rd down and short? I'll still take it. It's going to be 2nd down and 12. Rodgers with some good blocking makes the 3rd down a little bit more manageable. Albuquerque's all out of timeouts. Ogden's going to get the handoff now. He's not going to pick up very much, so we're going to have a chance, but we're going to have to go all the way down the field. We need to score a touchdown. Out route's going to be caught there. Harold Hollings able to get out of bounds with 50 seconds left to play. Coming out in the 5 wide now. Bowers throws the wide receiver screen here for Hakeem Morton. It's worked in past weeks this season. That time he only picks up about 5. Bowers looking to throw again, but he takes way too long. He didn't throw to the open check down. Instead, takes the sack. 4th down and a mile. Game on the line. Here we go for all the marbles. Bowers just got to get the pass off. He waits way too long. It wouldn't have really mattered anyway. Holding on the play. And what looked to be a favorable stretch for Albuquerque in their schedule starts off with a loss. That is not the way we wanted to open this episode up. Looking at the other Week 9 games, you have the Lions taking down the Redskins, both playoff hopeful teams at 4-4. Ravens take down the Texans. Jets blank the Chargers. You have the Colts finally getting their 2nd win of the season here over Jacksonville. Bears over the Saints. Vikings over the Falcons in overtime, who have lost back-to-back games now. The Packers lose to the Buccaneers. Surprisingly, the Browns take down Kansas City. The Niners remain undefeated, 20-point win over the Cardinals. Dolphins get a little bit of an upset against the Raiders. The Bills dominate the 1-8 Broncos. Bengals shut out the Pittsburgh Steelers. And on Monday Night Football, it's another shutout, Cowboys over Eagles. Key players from Week 9 include Lomas Gonzalez, the reigning MVP with over 200 yards from scrimmage and multiple touchdowns. You also have guys like Wayne Rivers throwing for 300 yards and 3 touchdowns. And then CJ Glenn for the Cowboys, 2 interceptions and a touchdown. After losing 4 games throughout the first half of the season, Albuquerque and their players are just not happy about it. Richie Coleman complaining about his playing time, and our corners haven't played the best. He is listed as number 5, so he mostly plays special teams, although at an 83 overall, he doesn't look half bad, and he's only in his 2nd season. We'll have to deal with something like that later. Right now, we have a bye week and a chance to regroup. The games that took place while we were on our break were Colts dominating the Raiders. Indianapolis, the defending champions, might be starting to get hot. The Redskins hand San Francisco their first loss of the season. Dolphins get a 1-point win over the Philadelphia Eagles. You have the Houston Texans falling to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who are surprisingly 7-2 so far this season, just like the Titans who beat the Jags. Vikings over the Chargers. Then you have the Packers over the Falcons. The Steelers in a rivalry game are able to upset the Baltimore Ravens. You have the New England Patriots, who are on a 3 or 4 game winning streak now, upsetting the New York Jets, who typically run that division in recent seasons. Giants over the Cowboys. Panthers get a 1-point upset over the Saints, dropping them to 4-5. Then you have the Bengals over the Browns, Seahawks over the Cardinals, and then the Lions win a high-scoring game against the Bears. Best players from Week 10, once again, Lomas Gonzalez and then Jesse Baker, the future Hall of Famer, had a forced fumble recovered. He forced it. He got a sack as well. And then Max Hawk for the Giants had 4 touchdowns. Big game for him. Matt McKenzie, 2 interceptions and a score. Our next opponent is the New York Giants, and quarterback Max Hawk will indeed be healthy for that game. I know it said he was going to be injured on the previous slide, but we can just ignore that. The media is predicting a win, and it's going to be the first start for Ryan Bowers in a Vipers uniform. He's gotten some starts in the past, back when he was in Cleveland, actually beating out McGuire back in the day for the Browns, and he's doing the same thing here down in Albuquerque. Max Hawk has been the Giants quarterback for the last 3 or 4 years now. He's actually having an all right season, but I'm not sure why they haven't quite tried to look for other options or whatnot, but maybe they're okay with him just being solid and winning 6 to 8 games a season. Sheldon Welch is a pretty solid running back as well. They're not going to be going to him on this play, though. Diaz over the middle has that reception, and the tight end gets out to the 45-yard line. Hawk again looking to throw. He's got time in the pocket, and he's going to be intercepted. Tommy Wynn, one of the best linebackers in the game. He can get a good TFL, but he's also great in coverage. One of the faster middle linebackers in the league as well. Deron Daniels goes right up the gut right there. That's going to pick up 4 yards for Albuquerque. And now on the first drive of his first start this season, Bowers already has to call a timeout. New York's going to send a blitz right here, but it's going to get picked up and could have been intercepted right there. The pass has got to be a little bit farther out for Green. 3rd down and 6, and Albuquerque's going to run the football. Daniels goes right up the gut and converts it, getting out to the 45-yard line. Coming out in the I formation is going to be another handoff for Daniels as he continues to be a major focal point for this Albuquerque offense. Bowers making some changes at the line and has to call a second timeout already. He is not quite getting plays exactly where he wants them so far. We can't be doing that all game long. Looking to throw and checking this one down to Deron Daniels. Like I said, he's got to be our CMC. We got to get him more involved in the offense. He gets us out to the red zone. Handoff is going to go to O'Sullivan now. Trucks the air and picks up 7 or 8 yards on the ground. That gets us out to the 12-yard line, and Bowers is looking to throw. Taking a shot to the end zone. Touchdown. Harold Hollings. It wasn't the most beautiful first drive of the season here for Bowers in his first start of the season, but man, it ended well. Harold Hollings getting the leverage, cutting that inside, and that was a beautiful throw by Bowers. We're off to a good start with them right now. 3rd down and 4, and they're going to go with the draw. New York able to pick up the first down and get near midfield. Offset I formation is going to be another delayed handoff here for Welch, and he's able to break out of all that traffic right there and manages to pick up 4. Hawk dropping back to throw yet again under a little bit of pressure and able to get it out to Kevin Clay over the middle, but holding on the play and back it on up. 2nd down and 16 after the penalty, and that's going to be caught by Hayden. Wideout's going to get them out across the 50, faced with a 3rd down and 5. Hawk looking to throw for it, now takes a shot downfield, and a miscommunication on the offense. Mike Holliday with the interception, and now on the return, he looked like an outfielder out there just waiting for the football to come his way, and we have a turnover going our way now as Deron Daniels starts off this drive with a nice strong run. I know we have just only wrapped up the first quarter of play, but this feels like a good game of football by this offense, at least so far. 2nd down in inches. Bowers looking to take a shot downfield. And there goes the good vibes of this game. Atkins goes up for the interception, trying to test some one-on-one coverage there, trying to get it out to the speedster Morton, but he couldn't put it out quite far enough. Hawk dumping this one off now to Martin, and he's going to pick up. Did they give him the first down? Yes, they did. Handoff is going to go to Welch, now taking it to the left side of the field and out to the 35-yard line where Tommy Wynn has the stop. Toss play out to Welch after faking the give to the fullback. Pickens just bouncing off of him. Some bad tackling techniques right there. That's going to give up a New York first down. Max Hawk is going to throw that one as he is under some pressure, nearly picked off, and holding on the play, making it 2nd down and 21. No running back in the backfield. Hawk has all day to throw pump fakes and gets leveled in the backfield. 3rd down and 21 now. Hawk surveys the field under pressure and down he goes. Is that Prince Harrison making the play? Yes, it is. After a holding call, we're going to start off this drive on a 2nd down and 19, but wide open downfield. Harold Hollings beats the press and he is gone. Touchdown, Albuquerque Vipers, and that is how you start off this game. Yes, we may have had the interception on the previous drive, but Bowers is a baller. He's got that short memory, and he makes it a 2-possession ball game. Welch takes this one to the outside, and Jerry Gray, who got shaken up a week ago, or 2 weeks ago actually, is going to be shaken up yet again. Faced with a 3rd down and 1, Albuquerque trying to force the 3 and out, but it's not going to happen as Welch is able to pick up just enough. Our run defense, not quite as good as it was against Seattle a couple of weeks ago, but you can't really expect to get like 10 TFLs in every game. I think Seattle was just bad at running the football. Luckily, Jerry Gray will return to the game here soon enough as Tommy Wynn gets his tackle shaken up, and there's going to be another holding on the play. 2nd down at 15 after that penalty. Hawk's going to throw that one over the middle to Kevin Clay. Their number 1 wideout's got some good hands and makes it 3rd down and 7. Hawk takes a snap, drops back, and he's going to be sacked. Chris Diggs, who has been stepping up big time with the absence of Robbie Berger, makes a big sack. That's going to get the football back in our hands, and we have an opportunity to go downfield and extend this lead now before halftime. That's a nice start to it, picking up 10 yards on the ground. Bowers takes his check down here to Hakeem Morton, and the former Baltimore Raven picks up 5. Back to the ground game we go. We've got timeouts. We're not afraid to run the football. Daniels gets us out to midfield. Minute left to go in the 2nd quarter. Bowers has time in the pocket, moving to his left. Harold Hollings picks up about 4 or 5 right there on the check down. 2nd down and 6. Bowers goes to the flat here for Jeremy O'Sullivan. Running back's going to shake off of a tackle and step out of bounds. That's going to get us on the outskirts of field goal range now. Floating this one to the left side of the field, and another near interception when targeting Travis Green. 30 seconds left to go now. Bowers has time in the pocket, and he's got a wide open Hakeem Morton on the right side of the field right there. And now we're going to be down to about 10 seconds left to play, but wide open in the end zone, Travis Green. The defense looked lost on him there as he dots him up in the end zone. That is 3 touchdowns in the first half for the Albuquerque Vipers. After a squib kick, the Giants actually still have 1 second left on the clock, though, trying to do something before halftime, but instead, it's a second Mike Holiday interception, and outside of our 1 turnover, Albuquerque's been playing some pretty flawless football. It keeps getting worse for New York as well, as they're going to have to start off the second half on defense. Daniels takes this one to the left side as we started our play with a holding call, and he's going to pick up most of the yardage and a whole lot more, making it 3rd down and 2 on our opening drive here of the second half. Bowers doesn't see anything he likes downfield. He's going to take off and run, diving for that first down marker. And I don't know why, but he just feels a lot more mobile than someone like Antonio McGuire, despite having 3 less speed. He's going to throw this one on the move downfield to Travis Green. And again, I don't know what it is. Bowers is just a 75 overall compared to the 90 overall that McGuire is, but he just feels better on the football field. This run by O'Sullivan's going to get out to the 30-yard line now, and New York's going to be sending a blitz. Bowers didn't see much that he liked downfield, tried to escape, but even though he does feel faster, he is definitely no Michael Vick or Lamar Jackson. Here goes Daniels to the right side, picking up a lot of that lost yardage from the sack, making it 3rd down and 2 yet again. Again, looking to go to the air. Quick pass is going to be a little bit off the mark intended for Dumas, so instead of another touchdown, we're going to have to settle for just 3. New York down 24-0 here in the second half. Do they have a comeback in them? Not if they're going to be running the football for just 1 yard at a time. And Javon Anthony, who got shaken off on the play, is now shaken up, and he's going to have to go over to the Vipers sideline. 2nd down and 9, and Max Hawk has all day to throw, and somehow Martin able to come down with that reception. We had a guy in the area, but he couldn't break it up or even make a play on the ball. Here goes Welch, pulling out the stiff arm in the backfield, gets past Goodrich and picks up about 5 or so yards right there. I mean, you don't totally want to abandon the run game, but at some point, you got to start throwing the football a little bit more. Hawk surveys the field, fires that one over the middle, and Kevin Clay comes down with another reception. Albuquerque, despite having the shutout so far in today's game, has yet to do much to stop Kevin Clay. That run by Welch is going to pick up 9 yards, making it 3rd down and short. Pass to the right side is going to be broken up, looking for Clay yet again, and that's how you stop him. You double him up right there, and the Giants punt the football away. That's going to take us to the 4th quarter of play now, where Albuquerque has the football. Harold Hollings trucks over a defender, and that's going to get him over the century mark. Faced with a 3rd down and 6 now as we are just across midfield. Handoff is going to go to Ryan Franks. He's going to take that one right up the middle and fumble the football. His first carry of the ballgame is a fumble. The reason he doesn't get very many carries is because he is a fumble machine between him and Levy. Neither of them can hold on to the football. That's going to have the going back towards the New York Giants as their safety, their former first-round pick, got shaken up on that play as well. Hayden with a spectacular grab downfield right here, working on Todd Hester, and that's probably their best play of the day. Hawk now taking a shot to the end zone, but Mike Holiday is there to make a play, our other safety who is also in a contract season. 4th down and 7, offense stays on the field. Hawk has time to throw, and wide open Martin right there runs a great route and keeps this drive and I guess this game alive for New York. If they can get 3 touchdowns along with some 2-point conversions and probably some onside kicks as well, and that's a start. Welch fighting his way into the end zone, but now for the 2-point try. 4 minutes left to go, and a false start by the left tackle is going to make it a little bit harder. Now from the 7, going for 2. It's going to be a handoff to Welch still. He's going to get caught from behind, not going anywhere. And I'm not sure if New York can do anything with this now with the time that is left. O'Sullivan now with the carry, runs over a man, and now he coughs up the football. We can't have 3 fumble-prone running backs on the roster. Come on, man. That's going to give the Giants the football back, but they're going to have to convert this 4th down and 12 with under 2 minutes left to play. Hawk fires over the middle, and Kevin Clay with another nice grab right there. Jerry Gray on the coverage, but still giving that one up to Kevin Clay, who does have to check out of the ballgame, so that takes away their best weapon. Hawk throws this one into the flat, caught by Johnny Diaz, the tight end, but New York is forced to burn their second timeout now as Max Hawk is limping to the sideline. That means the backup is in the game. Reggie Crabtree, former first overall pick, is going to be blitzed on 4th down right there. We didn't give him any sort of opportunity to get New York another touchdown. Not that they still would have been able to win the game. It was just too far gone by that point. And how about the performance by the offense today? Looking a lot more alive. You have some other big games this week, like the Eagles finally putting an end to the Patriots' 4-game winning streak, I believe. You also have the Redskins dominating the Dolphins. Colts win their 3rd straight as they defeat the Browns. Jacksonville just looks terrible. They get destroyed by the Falcons. Buccaneers are up to 8-2. Vikings fall to 500. The Bengals beat the Steelers again. You have the Raiders over the Packers. 49ers handle the Seahawks by 3 possessions. Panthers get a little bit of an upset over Tennessee. Saints defeat the Lions in overtime, get revenge from a playoff game from a couple of seasons ago. Jets over the Cowboys. You have the Ravens taking care of the Arizona Cardinals. Chargers over the Bears in OT. Sunday Night Football, Chiefs over the Broncos by 6. And then on Monday Night Football, Bills get a nice win over Houston. What a performance by Benji Barton. 5 touchdowns as the Colts are starting to have a resurgence. LaMarcus Jackson, 2 fumbles recovered and a sack for the Ravens there. Bill Sanders has 200 yards and 3 touchdowns in the Redskins dominating victory. And then Todd Ray's with a pick 6 and a forced fumble. Once again, we're going to be taking on the Arizona Cardinals. When we went to their house about a month ago, we beat them by 30. Hopefully we can do it again in the Snake Den. Blaine Brown has had a little bit of a downward spiral in his career ever since getting drafted to Arizona, just like most players who get drafted by the Cardinals, as he has more interceptions than touchdowns, floating right around a 50% completion percentage, and this is year 3 for him, and he's just gotten worse every single season. Darius Brown, 2nd overall pick from this past season from Marshall. He's been having an all-right rookie campaign, and now here goes Mitch Terry, their 1st-round pick from a season ago, picking up 6 yards. Blaine Brown looking to throw, and that's a nice touch on that pass, getting it out to Brown, who makes the catch on the sideline and moves the chains. It's for plays like that that someone like Blaine Brown was drafted so early for. He's got that big arm, he can put some nice touch on it. He just hasn't been developed well here. This pass is nearly intercepted by Darren Gordon, who's had a much quieter season, although he was kind of quietly benched at one point in the year as he continued to keep getting burnt, and that's why Todd Hester is playing the outside now. We have the football going back our way. Arizona's punter did a good job pinning us back on our own territory, but we will get a little bit of breathing room. Bowers sacked on that play, though, makes it 3rd down and 13. Looking for the conversion now. Bowers, flush to his right. He's going to just take a shot downfield right there. Looking for Cabrani. Wolford falls incomplete, and now we have to punt the football back to Arizona. Blaine Brown dropping back to pass, and he's going to be sacked for the 2nd time today already. This Vipers defense got to him a lot a month ago, and they're looking to do it again here. But now he has a wide open receiver. Neely takes it the distance, the only player to get into the end zone for Arizona last time these two teams played. But here, he just absolutely loses everybody in the coverage. I don't know if that was a buster. I don't know what happened right there, but Arizona takes a surprising 7-0 lead as their defense is now coming up big, getting a stop here on Bowers. After forcing a 3-and-out, they have some good field positioning yet again. Arizona could go up by 2 possessions. Dumping this pass off here to Braxton. That comes on 3rd down. He is inches shy of that 1st down marker, and the CPU will never go for something like that. Deron Daniels on the ensuing Vipers drive as a team that has been very cold to open up this game so far. Luckily, we do finally convert on 3rd down right here as he takes it right up the gut, brought down by CJ Williams, who is grabbing at his hand. Looks like he suffered a broken finger on that play and is going to miss the rest of today's contest. Now Bowers fires that one to the left side for Harold Hollings, and that's going to make this 3rd down a lot more manageable. 3rd down is short, and O'Sullivan just bouncing off of players, but ultimately able to take it right up the middle and get Albuquerque near midfield. Bowers fires a strike downfield. It's going to be caught by Harold Hollings, and they've really had quite the connection going over the last few weeks. Daniels takes this one to the left side right here, and out to the 30-yard line, he picks up 5. Jeremy O'Sullivan in the ball game to spell him now, and he's going to get out to the 20-yard line right there, getting us just inside of the red zone. Sending the cornerback blitz, but Bowers is going to throw to the right side of the field, caught by Hakeem Morton, who dives into the end zone for 6. And again, he has got a good connection with him as well. Bowers just seems to operate the offense a lot better than Antonio McGuire does. Here goes Brown taking this one right up the middle, and that's going to pick up a few yards there for Arizona, setting up 3rd down and 3. Trying to set up the screen for Darius Brown now. Breaks out of the tackle attempt by Mike Holliday, but he is swarmed by Vipers defenders. Wynn gets credited with the tackle, and the Vipers defense stands strong. Handoff to Deron Daniels in the ensuing drive, which starts off with some pretty good field positioning. Now he's going to pick up 4. Bowers on 3rd down and 6. Takes all day in the pocket to throw. Took him way too long right there. And this is not something we want to see. Like I just said, he has been operating this offense a lot better than McGuire, but we might have to see some more of McGuire in today's ball game. Darius Brown going right up the middle there for the Cardinals, picks up 4. Out in the I formation, now they're going to toss this one to the left side. He's got some good blocking and gets out near the 30. Arizona, their offense is looking better now as we hit the 2-minute warning, and Darius Brown going right up the gut right there, picks up 9 yards. 2nd down in inches, and they're looking to throw out of it now. Brown looking to pass. He's going to float this one to the right side, and Mitch Terry with a nice catch, and he gets out of bounds. That's going to get them on our side of the field now as we send a little bit of a blitz, and it gets home. Blaine Brown taken down for a loss of 5. Looking to throw yet again now, firing this one to the left, and Neely with another great reception. He has been working Todd Hester today. About a minute and a half left to play now, and Alexander, the tight end, with that reception. That comes on 3rd down, though. Albuquerque burning a timeout, but Arizona looking to regain their lead, this time by 3. Just a minute left to go in this first half of play, and Bowers is back in the ballgame. Can he lead a 2-minute drill? That's a nice start. Travis Green out to the 45. 40 seconds left to play. Bowers still has 2 timeouts in his back pocket. Dumps this one off to Harold Hollings, who's going to pick up 5. And Albuquerque's going to use their 2nd timeout. Now Bowers rolling to his right, and they don't respect his legs. He's going to slide down and then hurry up this offense. Looking to throw yet again, rolling to his right, throws this one on the move to Harold Hollings for another short gain. Albuquerque forced to burn a 2nd timeout, or actually their final timeout. Not quite in field goal range yet, but Glenn Nash is going to get us there and able to step out of bounds. That's going to set up Brian Koch for a game-tying field goal, which is up and good. We're knotted up at 10 apiece at the break. Arizona giving us a bit more of a competitive matchup than we thought. Definitely a lot more competitive than the first game we had against them. John Mike Griffith here on the kick return. Doesn't go too far, and he's a little bit shaken up. Hopefully he's not out too long because he is a real weapon on special teams. Deron Daniels carries this one to the right side to open up this drive, and that's going to pick up 8 yards. Out in the I formation now, fake the give to the fullback. Daniels takes this one for a 1st down and keeps this drive alive for Albuquerque. Fake the give to him now, and Bowers has no time. He had 2 guys wide open on the left side of the field, but just no opportunity to get the football to him. So instead of an easy 1st down, it's going to be 3rd down and 20. He's taking a deep shot here to Harold Hollings, though, and he converts the 3rd down and long, getting us out to the 30-yard line. Quick handoff to Deron Daniels, gets away from the initial contact and picks up about 6 yards, but it's not good news for John Mike Griffith. He's going to be out for the rest of the regular season with that injury. Now Bowers, he's got Harold Hollings yet again inside of the 10. That is his 5th straight completion after starting this game a little bit cold. He is on fire right now, but it's hard to stay on fire when your offensive line is letting guys like Eddie Odom just get in unblocked for his 3rd sack of the game. The veteran maybe having a career day right here. 3rd down and goal now. Bowers rolling to his right. Doesn't really see much that he likes. Just tries to take a shot to the end zone. The pressure is going to force the incomplete pass there, but that's better than a turnover, which Antonio McGuire probably would have done right there. Instead, we'll take our 3-point lead. Halfway through the 3rd quarter, that drive took quite a while by Albuquerque. Arizona finally getting the football for the first time in a while. 3rd down and 5. Can we force the 3 and out? Blaine Brown surveys the field, fires that one to the right. It's going to be caught by Mitch Terry. He turns upfield past the 35-yard line and keeps this drive moving for the Cardinals. Darius Brown breaks out of traffic right here, loses his helmet near midfield, but he gets a big run. Now faced with a 3rd down and 8, Albuquerque's defense looking for the stop, and I'll do you one better. How about the interception by Vincent Rogers, and he's going to return it out to the 40-yard line, gifting Bowers and this offense some great field positioning. They're going to come out in the I, they're going to fake the give, and just dump this one off to Wade Foley, the fullback, who, by the way, is finally back from injury, except his great play and spin move is not even going to count after that holding penalty. 3rd down and long now, floating this one to the left, and he just can't seem to connect with Travis Green on that route. We enter the fourth quarter of play. Now Arizona with a 3rd and 11, backed pretty far back. They were just trying to go with the safe route, and it almost picked up the first down for them. Instead, they will have to punt the football away. Deron Daniels taking this one to the right side, spins out of a tackle and able to pick up a first down as Albuquerque is nearing the 50-yard line. Bowers looking for the quick throw right here. He got leveled as he let that one go, but still able to connect with Morton. Daniels takes us to the opposite side of the field now, gets past that initial contact and out close to the 35-yard line. O'Sullivan is in the ball game now. He's going to break this one to the left, runs over a defender and gets tripped up across the 20 as this offense continues to look good. Can they look good on 3rd down and 6 though? Yes, they can as Harold Hollins gets open and Albuquerque takes a 10-point lead. Just over 5 minutes left to play. Can Arizona's offense do something? Yes, they can if they have a big play like that. Bennett to the races, gets caught at the 25-yard line. I thought Justin Williams had an interception right there. Instead, he didn't play the ball. But how about this Vipers pass rush as Diggs gets a nice sack right there? That's going to be a loss of 5. Setting up the wide receiver screen now for Mitch Terry, and that's going to pick up about 5 or 6 yards right there, making it 3rd down. They're 3 for 9 on 3rd down so far today. And how about another interception? Tommy Wynn, his 2nd in as many games, picking off Blaine Brown. He has thrown several interceptions today now, and this Vipers team might be ready to go home, or stay home, I should say, but instead, Bowers throws his 2nd pick 6 of the season so far. He threw that one against the Seahawks in the first game of this video, and now he throws one right here to get Arizona right back in the ball game, just panicking and makes a very poor decision. What a run there by O'Sullivan. That might be his longest of the year, picking up a first down and getting us down to the 2-minute warning. Still, throwing the football with Bowers, like I've said before, he's got that short memory, picks up a first down. Again, he's throwing it. It's the exact same route. Arizona does not know how to stop it. Hakeem Morton down inside of the 20, and we're just going to run out the rest of the clock from there as we win. A little bit of a scare here. Could have been a trap game, but luckily, Albuquerque able to pull this one out 20-17. A little bit more exciting than we would have liked. It looks like the Bills and Cowboys had an exciting game on Thanksgiving. The Vikings get trounced by Detroit. That's a big win for them inside of their division. Seahawks get close to 500 after taking down the Panthers. Colts continue their winning streak. That's 4 in a row now as they beat the Titans by 1. Browns get up the win here over the Ravens. The Raiders get thumped by the Bears. You have the Chiefs over the Patriots. In overtime, the Giants beat the Redskins, and we beat the Giants pretty good. But the Redskins destroyed us, so explain that one to me. You have the Texans over the Falcons. You have the Broncos getting just their 2nd win of the season as they go into Lambeau Field and win by 14. Niners with another nice win right here, 17-10 over the Eagles. You have the Chargers beating the lowly Steelers. They are not as great as they have been in the past. You have the Saints taking down the Buccaneers. That's a big win inside of that NFC South division. Then on Sunday Night Football, Dolphins get a nice win over the Jets to get them over 500. And the Bengals take care of the Jags in Monday Night Football. Your stars from Week 12 include former Viper Jake Gordon with almost 200 yards from scrimmage and 3 touchdowns. Keeping it in the division, Oliver had a pick 6 for Kansas City. And then how about those Chicago Bears? 200 yards for Nate Thomas, 2 scores for him, and 3 picks for Mark Kari. Our 4th and final opponent of the video is going to be the same as the first. The Seattle Seahawks are going to be coming to town, and the media is convinced, despite our now 2-game winning streak, that Seattle is going to sweep us this season. Now's the chance to show that we truly are a better team now than we were at the beginning of the video. Josh Jones has only thrown 3 touchdowns to 4 interceptions since we last played them close to a month ago now, so not great for him, although Seattle has been able to get a couple wins, and if they can pull off more wins than losses, I think they could be a playoff team here down the stretch. Rodney Albright, over 700 yards for him now, so again, not phenomenal for him over the last few games. That's going to be an incomplete pass there for Josh Jones with some heavy pressure on him, leading to a 3rd down and 9, and he didn't have any chance there whatsoever. Nobody biting on the play fake. Chris Diggs gets yet another sack, and that's going to give us some good field positioning to open up our first drive of the game. Fullback Wade Foley able to pick up 5 yards on the ground right there, and now we're looking to throw for the first time today. Quick strike from Bowers. It's going to be caught. Hakeem Morton at midfield making a nice play and run after the catch there. Dropping back to throw yet again, we've got our tight end in the flat. Wolford breaks the first contact and able to pick up another Albuquerque first down. Coming out in the power formation right here, and Daniels takes this one to the right side, and that's going to pick up some solid yardage, except O'Sullivan was caught holding on the play, and Carrier is shaken up for Seattle. First down and 20, Daniels is going to take this one right up the gut, but only pick up 4 yards right there. Second down and 16 as we send the fullback in motion. Daniels trying to follow his blockers. He's going to get caught after picking up just about another 4. Third down and 13 now. Bowers looking for the conversion, and he's got it. Harold Hollins getting some separation on the right side of the field there, getting us inside of field goal range, although obviously our offense would like a touchdown. O'Sullivan loses his helmet, but able to pick up 8 yards right there. And after faking the toss, Foley goes right up the gut. He fumbles the football. Thank goodness Hollins was there to jump on top of it. That's going to get us inside of the red zone now, and Daniels gashing Seattle's defense right up the gut and getting us down to goal to go. Now Bowers drops back to throw. He wanted the fade or something there, but the Seahawks defense takes him down, making it third down and goal as we see that Carrier is going to be out for the rest of this game and the next few weeks with a concussion. Bowers looking for the touchdown right here. You don't want to force anything though, but if you give him the open running lane, he's going to take it diving into the end zone for the first points of this afternoon's game. How does the Seahawks offense respond? Well, they're going to come out in 5 wide right here. Josh Jones with all day to throw. He's got Castoroni, the rookie, making plays yet again. And oh, did I ever mention he's got 99 speed? Dropping back to throw yet again, well protected, and showing off that strong arm of his. He's going deep for Kevin Glenn, and he just catches that one over Justin Williams, and it only takes 2 plays for Seattle to respond. That's going to take us to the second quarter of play, where Albuquerque faces a third down and 11. And that's going to be right off of the hands of Travis Green. It very easily could have been a first down, but instead Seattle has the football, getting punt back to him. Smith able to break a tackle here on the punt return, getting out across the 40-yard line. They're going to start this drive at the 35 after a phenomenal punt return. Looking to take their first lead of the game now, as it feels like they've got all the early momentum going their way. Hunter Jones, the fullback, picks up 4 right there. Again, coming out in 5 wide, he's got Donnie Alderman, who falls forward, not quite able to pick up the first down though. 3rd and inches, toss play here for Rodney Albright, shakes first contact and picks up the first down. Again, faced with a 3rd down, this time 9 yards to go. Albuquerque drops back from showing pressure, taking a shot to the end zone. Hester with an opportunity at the pick, but hey, we will take the incomplete pass on 3rd down, forcing Seattle to kick 3. That's going to give them the slim lead with 6 minutes left to go in the first half. Daniels bounces this one to the outside, picks up a quick 10 yards and an Albuquerque first down. Full house right here. Handoff is going to go to Daniels again, following some great blockers. 2 great blocks from the right tackle, Corey Watson, and Daniels is gone, celebrating his way into the end zone for his longest touchdown run of the season. This game has just been going back and forth right now. Irvin, the tight end, with a nice grab right there for the Seahawks. 3 minutes left to go in this first half of play, and that's Albright making another nice snag right there. He got blown up on the play, but holds on to the football and doesn't even have to leave with an injury. He immediately gets a carry right again, going right up the middle, picking up 5. Give it to him again. He's going to take this one to the right side of the field. Holiday able to bring him down, but not until he makes it 3rd down and short at the 2-minute warning. Albright taken down in the backfield. That's what we like to see. Albuquerque calls their first timeout. Bowers looking to lead a 2-minute drill to extend this Albuquerque lead before the break. Hakeem Morton with a quick first down on the right side of the field there. Now Bowers fires that one to the opposite side. Hollins with the reception and able to get out of bounds at the 47. Barely on Seattle's side of the field. Now quick throw by Bowers is going to be caught. Glenn Nash with the first down yardage as this offense is moving like a well-oiled machine. Bowers going to check this one down to his running back. Daniels gets away from the first man, gets flipped over, but holds on to the football. That's going to lead to 3rd down. And again, going to Daniels, the running back, gets pushed out of bounds at the 20. First down and 10 with 48 seconds left to play. Bowers floating this one to the end zone, looking for Hakeem Morton. He goes up and gets it. Touchdown, Albuquerque Vipers. Can the Seahawks do something with it with these last 30 seconds? No, they cannot. Defense gets a stop, and now Albuquerque, we'll see how greedy they end up getting right here. This pass floated to the right, looking for Green, is going to fall incomplete. And we've got to burn a timeout because Bowers got hit on that throw, meaning Antonio McGuire is in at quarterback with 17 seconds left. Still looks like they want to get inside of field goal range before the end of the half. That pass is going to be caught by Hollings, getting Albuquerque on the outskirts of field goal range where they call their final timeout. Offense remains on the field, though. McGuire, quick strike to the right side. It's going to be caught by Glenn Nash, stepping out of bounds, holding on the play, but we're still inside of field goal range for Brian Koch, who's going to make this a 14-point ball game at the half. Albuquerque's offense really coming to life. Luckily, Ryan Bowers is back and healthy in this game. We only need McGuire to just get us inside of field goal range, which I want to give him his kudos. He did a good job with that, handling that situation coming in cold. Quick strike's going to be caught by Hakeem Morton, trying to get off to the races, but I guess he's just not as quick as he was a couple of seasons ago. I mean, he was drafted back in 2012, still trying to use his speed, but instead taken down for a loss of 3. Daniels on a handoff to the left side, ducks under a tackle and fights for a first down. That's going to get him over 100 rushing yards on the day. 3rd down and 8 now, trying to keep this drive alive. Bowers rolling to his right and takes a terrible, really bad sack right there. We were on the outskirts of field goal range, but after that sack, we have to punt it back to him. Pass over the middle is going to be caught by the tight end, Nick Newman, and that's going to get Seattle out to the 34-yard line. Offset I formation, and they're looking to run it to the strong side of the field. Albright picking up a first down and a little bit more after that as he gets Seattle near midfield. Actually, just across midfield now after a penalty. It's going to be 1st down and 5, and what a grab there by Castroni, the 2nd-round pick coming down with a big-time reception. Albright on the halfback draw is going to take this one right up the gut, and that's going to be a 5-yard pickup. Under 2 minutes left to play in the 3rd quarter. Rodgers is just running over Tommy Wynn right there. The former Green Bay Packer making our linebacker pay. Luckily, he will return to the ball game shortly. Faced with a 3rd down and 7, Josh Jones fires a strike to the end zone. That's going to be caught by Luther McDowell, and that's why someone like him was taken 1st overall. Into the 4th quarter of play now, and Albuquerque immediately goes 3 and out as Smith was able to make a great play on that ball. The Seahawks now have an opportunity to go downfield and tie it up at 24 apiece. Nice grab on that left side, makes it 3rd down and short. Albright takes it right up the middle, makes Gordon miss, and keeps this drive alive for Seattle. On 2nd down and 7, Albright's going to get the carry, breaking out of tackles. It has been difficult to bring him down, a lot harder than in our first meeting that we had. Jones throws this one to the left side. Hester giving Sammy Price, plenty of space right there as he's going to pick up the 1st down. A little bit shaken up on the play, but he would return shortly. Quick pass is going to be caught by Nick Newman. That also coming on 3rd down. Albuquerque's defense is struggling to get a 3rd down stop right now. Dumping this one off to Castroni, and that's going to pick up about 5 yards on the play right there. They're 5 for 9 on 3rd down today. Looking for another conversion here, but immediate pressure forces the incomplete pass, and the 12s are not a fan of that. Offense stays on the field. 4th down and 6, 3 minutes left to go. Down by 7, but Albuquerque sends some heat, and it gets home. The cornerback blitz by Vincent Rodgers goes all the way, able to sneak his way past the offensive line, and that might have won us the game. We need to convert on 3rd down and 9 first, though, but it's not going to happen. Travis Green had a chance off of the tip, but it was a little bit of a late pass to him, meaning they still have an opportunity. 3rd down and 8. Jones sacked on the play with under 2 minutes left to go. They're hurrying up to the line. This is their last chance right here. Jones looking to throw, moving around in the pocket, and wide open downfield. Castroni is gone as he just beat Todd Hester right there, who was trying to press, I guess, but he did not do a very good job of it. He just got beat right off of the line, and just like that, Seattle has scored 14 unanswered. Can Albuquerque get into field goal range in the next minute and a half, though, to win the ball game, or will we be headed to overtime? Floating this one to the right side. What a throw, and what a snag on the sideline there by Glenn Nash. We need about 10 more yards to get inside of field goal range. Running the football here with Deron Daniels, and that will put us on the outskirts, but flags fly for holding. We are definitely not in field goal range now. Quick throw by Bowers, out of bounds, intended for the tight end. 3rd down and 18 with exactly 1 minute left to play. Over the middle, contested, but caught by Glenn Nash in heavy traffic. That was a spectacular throw there by Bowers. And now 56 yards for Brian Koch to give Albuquerque the lead. Late in Seattle, the kick is up and good. We have not won this game yet, though. Still about a minute left to play. Smith already has a good punt return today, and this is a good kick return. All the Seahawks need is field goal range. We've already seen Jones pull off 2 massive touchdowns today. Looking for one here, a miscommunication, and Todd Hester, if he kept running downfield, could have ended it. Instead, 2nd down and 10. Quick throw. Intercepted. Javon Anthony making the play on the ball, trying to get it to Luther McDowell, but no. Instead, it's going to be intercepted, and Albuquerque wins a thriller in Seattle. We were hoping to win all 4 of our games in this video against weaker competition, but I will take 3 out of 4. I do think that Seattle is a better team than what their record shows, so I'm not ashamed that it came down to the wire like that, although I don't like that we gave up 14 straight at the end. Lions, Buccaneers, and Chiefs all win their games. You have the Steelers beating the Browns. You have the Vikings over the Saints. The Falcons hand San Francisco their 2nd loss of the season, while the Patriots lose yet again, this time to the Dallas Cowboys. The Eagles are going to win their game 31-3. They still have a chance to win their division, even though they're sitting at 4-8. Ravens beat the Titans, who were 7-2 at one point. You have the Giants falling to the Cardinals. Panthers over the Texans. That's an upset right there. Just like the Chargers over the Raiders, who looked like they were one of the better teams in the AFC at one point. Broncos get their 3rd win of the season as they take down the Bears. Sunday Night Football, the Colts beat the Bengals, who I continue to say are one of the best teams in football. That's very surprising. And then the Jets get a nice win on Monday Night Football over Buffalo. Benji Barton, another player of the week for him. 4 more touchdowns as the Colts, and nobody wants to play them right now. They are red hot. Chargers defender with a pick 6. And then you got a couple of Eagles on the NFC side of things. Looking at the divisions now, with 4 games left to go, Cincinnati is on top of the North, but the Ravens are just 1 game behind them. The Steelers and Browns are both out of it at 4-8. Titans are on top of the South, but if I was a betting man, I would say the Colts would win this division. They've won 5 straight, and the Jags, I don't even know how they've won a game once. Everyone in the AFC East is all knotted up at 6-6. This division can go to anyone. It looks like the West is going to come down to the Chargers or the Chiefs. The Raiders are disappointing this season, as are the Broncos. No one thought they would be that bad. The Lions have a 1-game lead on everyone else in the NFC North. It's another division that could go to anybody. The Buccaneers surprisingly have a 2-game lead in the South, ahead of the Falcons, Saints, and Panthers. The Cowboys are in front in the East, but only at 6-6. Like I said, despite the Eagles being 4-8, they could still very well win this division. Finally, in our division, the San Francisco 49ers have a 2-game lead on us. We still have 1 more game against them, which could very well decide who wins this division. If the playoffs were to start today, this is what the bracket would look like, and it looks like it'd be a very exciting playoffs. You have the Ravens and the Patriots. You have the Bengals getting the 1 seed, the Chiefs getting a bye, the Niners and the Buccaneers. Those got to be some of the most surprising teams that look like they could be in the dance. Taking a look at our league leaders, Dexter Parker has the best quarterback rating in the NFL. Rob Miller leads the league in passing yards. Then you got Parker, Benji Barton, Nate Thomas, and Glenn Payton. Most touchdowns, Dexter Parker with 27, 23 for Benji Barton, and for Wayne Rivers, 21 for Nate Thomas, 20 for Glenn Payton. Most amount of interceptions, well, least amount right there as you see, goes to Westbrook. Most goes to Cerise Morris, our quarterback, and no longer leads the league in interceptions. And hey, look at that, Ron Coyle, 18 interceptions on the year as well. I am not feeling bad about moving on from him. Bill Sanders currently leads the league in rushing, but he will end his season at 1,600 yards, 16,000 would be a record. Unfortunately for the Redskins, he is out for the remainder of the season. Sean Ingram, 11 touchdowns for him and the Cleveland Browns, despite having a 4-8 record. Bill Bowens is playing some spectacular football right now, most receptions and receiving yards in the NFL, and it's not even close. He has almost 200 more receiving yards than Clean, who's currently in 2nd place. Simpson and Cottrell both have 11 touchdowns. Then you have a handful of guys with 9 touchdowns, another being a Cincinnati Bengal, although Kirk Mays is out for the remainder of the season as well. Tommy Wynn has the most tackles for loss this season, 16 sacks for a couple of guys. Chris Diggs currently tied in 2nd place with 14. Mark Carey has 7 interceptions. That is enough to lead the NFL. You also have a couple of players with 5 or 6 interceptions on the season. In Ryan Bauer's 3 starts so far, he has just about 800 yards, 8 touchdowns to 5 interceptions. That is almost as many touchdowns as McGuire has had throughout the first half of the season, with way less interceptions. There is no question in my mind that we are rolling with Ryan Bowers for the rest of this season. Deron Daniels already over 1,000 yards. Now he's just looking to try to get to a new career high as we continue to feed the beast. Also 9 rushing touchdowns. I believe that is the most he has ever had in a season. Can we get Harold Hollings, his first ever 1,000-yard campaign? I would love to do that in the next episode. He also has 7 touchdowns, 4 for Hakeem Morton, 2 touchdowns for Travis Green, who, as I've said earlier in the season, is one of the nice big surprises that we've gotten this year. Defensively, Tommy Wynn has 61 tackles. Of course, he's going to lead us with 10 TFLs. When it comes to sacks, Chris Diggs with 14 as he continues to step up big time. The current franchise record for sacks is 20, set a year ago by Berger. Can he break that record? We also have Holiday and Wynn with 4 interceptions each, 3 for Todd Hester, and then you have a handful of players with 1 or 2. Brian Koch remains perfect on the season as well. Taking a look at the MVP race, Dexter Parker, to nobody's surprise, is the current favorite. Sean Ingram is number 2 in the odds though. Benji Barton shooting up there, he's number 3. Then you got Michael Brown and Rob Miller. To start the next episode, we're going to be traveling to Baltimore in a rematch of Super Bowl 55. Can we get some revenge against them? It's not a game we're going to want to miss. It could be a potential Super Bowl preview for this season. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed, leaving a like is always very much appreciated. And until next time, this has been Jeffrey.